everybody. This is Mrs. Baker's monster paper for paper 4, module 7/8, and this is the final question in the monster paper, question 9. The diagram shows the electrolysis of molten lithium bromide. Mark on the diagram the direction of the electron flow. So this is the positive and this is the negative. So positive anode, negative cathode. That's the best thing that we can always start is by labeling the anode and cathode. And we know in an electrolysis cell that electrons in the external circuit, which is the electrodes and the power pack and the wires, that the electrons flow from the anode to the cathode. Write an ionic equation for the reaction at the negative electrode or the cathode. So what have we got here in our solution? We've got lithium and we've got bromide ions. So the cathode will attract the cation, so in this case the lithium. So we've got lithium ions accepting an electron and turning into lithium metal. Write an ionic equation for the reaction at the positive electrode. So the opposite way, we've got bromine as an ion making bromine gas and giving out 2 E-. So 2 bromide ions. Which ion is oxidized? Well, oxidation is loss, reduction is gain, oil rig. So you can say, well, this bromine here is the one that's given out the electrons because they're on the right-hand side of the equation. Or you can work it out using oxidation as an increase in oxidation number. And this one has gone from -1 to 0. So it has been an increase in oxidation number. So which ion is oxidized? The bromide ion. Don't fall into the trap of saying bromine, because bromine hasn't been oxidized. Bromine is in fact a product. The bromide has been oxidized to bromine. It has lost electrons. You could also say it's had an increase. Oh my goodness, what's going on? You can also say it's had an increase in oxidation number. You don't have to say both, either or is fine. When aqueous lithium bromide is electrolyzed, a colourless gas is formed at the negative electrode and the solution becomes When aqueous lithium bromide is electrolyzed, a colourless gas is formed at the negative electrode and the solution becomes alkaline. Explain these observations and include an equation in your explanation. So you've got 3 marks. So the first thing you need to do is explain both observations. Observation 1 is a colourless gas is formed at the negative electrode. Observation 2, the solution becomes alkaline. So let's work out what we've got in our solution. We've got aqueous lithium bromide. So we've got the lithium and we've got the bromide, but we've also got H+ and OH-. Let's think about what's forming here. We have a battle royale between the H+ and the Li. Well, which is the least reactive? Hydrogen is the least reactive. So observation 1, hydrogen is less reactive than lithium, so H2 is formed at the cathode. Observation 2, the solution becomes alkaline. The reason why the solution becomes alkaline is because the bromine gas is formed at the anode, and the lithium bonds with the hydroxide and forms lithium hydroxide, which is an alkali. Okay. It says to include an equation in your explanation. That's super important because that's going to give you that extra mark. And a lot of students might forget to do that because they haven't RTFQ'd properly. So let's include an equation. In this case, we can have any of the half equations, or we can have the full ionic equation, or we can have the formation of lithium bromide. So why don't we do the formation of lithium bromide? Li plus OH, lithium hydroxide, should I say, makes LiOH. That would be one equation that would work. You could also have the equation of the whole thing overall, that lithium bromide plus water makes lithium hydroxide, bromine gas, and hydrogen gas, at which point you've then got to balance it again. So you've got 3 over here and 2 over here. So let's balance there to make 4 hydrogens. You need 2 bromines and 2 lithiums, and you've also got 2 oxygens, so that's balanced too. You could also write the half equation at the anode and cathode. So you've got hydrogen ions, or 2 hydrogen ions, accepting 2 electrons and making hydrogen gas. You've also got 2 bromide ions making bromine gas and giving out 2 electrons. So there are many things that you can, many equations that you could put in there. You just get a mark for one of those equations. All are correct.